The Stitcher. He went into the woods to find a monster, and came back in pieces. Leo always believed monsters were just metaphors, ghost stories for bored people and lonely campfires. But that was before he heard about the Stitcher. He first caught the name in a Reddit thread titled, "Things in the Forest That Don't Act Like Animals." Among UFOs and cryptids, someone had written, "There's something in the Appalachians. It doesn't kill, it repairs. It finds broken things, and sews them back together. Even people." The post included grainy photos, roadkill stitched up like dolls, birds with thread pulling their wings at unnatural angles, and one image too disturbing to forget. A human hand reattached at the wrist, with black string, uneven and tight, like a puppet's joint. Leo was hooked. Curiosity, pride, maybe stupidity, whatever the cause, he packed his gear, loaded his camera, and told his friends he'd be off-grid for a few days. He never told them why. The Appalachian forest was colder than expected, even in June. Dense, too. The trees loomed high and close, like they'd grown together to hide something. After the second day, the forest changed. No birds. No wind. No trails. It felt stitched shut. That night, Leo heard it. A soft buzzing, like a sewing machine in the distance. And then something worse. A child's laugh. Followed by silence so sharp it rang in his ears. He should have left then. But he kept going. On the fourth day, Leo found it. A clearing littered with twisted shapes, dolls made from animals, bones, moss, and fabric. But these weren't toys. Some blinked. Some moved. One had a human eye, still wet, still watching. His stomach turned. He backed away, shaking. Then felt a sharp prick in his neck. His world tilted. He fell. The buzzing grew louder. And then, nothing. When Leo woke up, he was on a table. Strapped down with vines and coarse thread. Above him, the trees had parted just enough to let in a pale shaft of light, like a spotlight on a stage. He couldn't move. He couldn't scream. His mouth was partially sewn shut. Just enough for silence. Not enough to stop the tears. Around him, piles of unfinished creations, half human, half plush. Eyes that didn't match. Limbs that didn't belong. And then the voice came. Silky. Patient. Non-human. You were broken. I fix broken things. He felt the needle pierce his shoulder. Then thread pulling through skin. Over and over. Needle in. Thread. Pull. Knot. Snip. Repeat. Leo writhed, but the pain only made the stitching tighter. His body betrayed him. His muscles didn't respond. Your proportions were all wrong, the stitcher purred. Too much of some parts, not enough of others. I'm balancing you out. Leo screamed through the threads in his mouth. The stitcher hummed, content, as it sewed extra ribs into his chest, reshaped his jawline with wire, and replaced his fingers with smaller, porcelain ones. Now you'll last forever, it whispered. All my masterpieces do. 3 days later, hikers stumbled across a strange figure sitting against a tree. It looked human, at first. Until they got closer. Its smile was too wide. Sewn into place. Its eyes, one was a plastic button, the other blinked, slowly. Its chest rose and fell, barely. It was still warm. Still twitching. But it didn't speak. It couldn't. Not with the stitches. One of the hikers vomited. Another called the police. But when they returned to the site with help, the figure was gone. All that remained was a trail of black thread leading into the woods. They say the Stitcher still roams that forest. It doesn't hunt. It chooses. It listens for people who whisper things like "I feel broken." And it comes to help. With a needle. And string. And too much love. So if you're hiking and hear a soft buzzing in the trees, don't follow it. Don't speak. And never say you're broken. Because if the Stitcher hears you, it'll make you whole again. Piece by piece.